Hello, my buffalo friends. We're off to a somewhat disturbing start, I have to say. I'm not terribly familiar with the buffalo. I don't know if I've read it before, or if I have, it hasn't been in quite a while. And not very often, that's for sure. All right. We have grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Well, that's a good positive attitude. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. So, faith, resilience. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, trusting pure presence. When out of balance, restless, lacks gratitude. To bring it to balance, prayer, bhakti. Interesting. Especially in light of your tea leaf cards, I have to say. Because your tea leaf cards are disturbing. So let's get to them. If we're talking about bumps in the road, it looks like you've experienced plenty, or are experiencing plenty. Okay, we have gavel, involvement with the law. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Then we have dragon, beware of self-delusion. And quill, get back to basics. Finger, pointing at the dragon, the one warning of self-delusion, warning you of a problem either now or in the future. And claw, be careful, do not take risks. So, I don't know what's going on with you, but it's one warning after the other. And since this is a collective reading, it could be that one warning message applies to you more, or only one applies to you, or maybe more than one applies to you. I don't know. But let's see what's going on here. What is going on with my buffalo friends? Oh dear, justice. Well, definitely seems like some legal issues. It doesn't have to be legal, but we have justice here, so it's definitely leaning that way. Even if it's not legal, there's an element of fairness at play. Now we have the Hierophant in a crossing or uncertainty position. That could be referring to a need for an untraditional approach to break the status quo. And now we have the Three of Cups and death. An ending, a transition from one thing to another. A big ending, not a minor transition. I need more on this Three of Cups. The first one out is the Hermit. More on the Three of Cups. Overindulgence. Well, that would certainly result in involvement with the law. Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. Nine of Pentacles is kind of, well, I do see it as a harvest card. I usually see it as positive, like you are spending time alone. But you have the Hermit in an uncertainty position. So where this could be self-development, harvesting the results of all your inner work, or preparing to harvest them. We have the Hermit here, suggesting in the sideways uncertainty position, suggesting this is not settled. It could go either way. It could be that you haven't done enough inner work yet, or it could be that you've been spending too much time hiding away, and it's past time for you to come out and share your light. But we also have this debauchery on coming out on death. And the Three of Cups, I mean, it's in the upright, but there's definitely implications here of some sort of toxic lifestyle. And that it has caused some major problems. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 7 cards, you have 4 major arcana. The major arcana make up 22 cards out of 78. That's nowhere near half. You have more than half in major arcana, so your life's in a mess. It's interesting, the Three of Cups is in the center here. So this can be about getting together with friends and having a really good time, good communication, all that wonderful stuff. But none of the cards around this support that. They all suggest that this has been a habitual way of life for you, that you have not looked at it or have avoided looking at it, that perhaps you've known for a while that it needs to end, and yet you have continued, because it's easier, because it's comfortable. Maybe you like it, so you don't see a reason to change. But it has caused a justice situation, a need for fairness, perhaps problems with the law, as I already said. The need for some self-development work, quite a bit of it, perhaps. There's definitely a sense of an ending. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Major Arcana, 9 of Cups. So, if you think of it, 9 is the ending. That's why this is a harvest time. It is the process of ending. It hasn't reached its conclusion yet, but it is concluding. So, that's where you are at now. Whether it's a natural conclusion or perhaps forced by some event, doesn't really matter too much. It's here. I mean, it's probably a natural conclusion, even if it is being forced by an event. It's the natural outcome, natural consequences. That's the term I'm looking for. I think that was a big thing in psychology for a while. Or maybe just in child development. I don't know. Not really my field. Careful aim, be on target. Oh, major healing event going on. But wishes do come true. Perhaps a miracle. Perhaps you've gotten yourself into the kind of situation where you need a miracle. Or perhaps in the future you will see whatever this is as a miracle. Yeah, forced change, just like I thought. And now I need to rebalance, to get centered, to integrate the lessons that you've been resisting, I think. Bird on a wire, blabbermouth, loose lips, gossip, chatterbox, manipulative, untrustworthy secrets, talking behind your back. Somebody may have done this to you, or you may have done it to yourself, honestly. Oh, crap. Well, I'm so sorry. So we have soulmate, twin flame, faith, a pair of things, blooming love, the one, deep soul connections. You met someone and it blew your life apart. That doesn't mean you're meant to be together. If you are the one who has been doing the damage, and that's a strong possibility, you should be aware of that. That these things happen not so that you can be together, but so that you can heal. They act as a catalyst to get you on the right path. And that, it is possible. It is possible that you may come together at some point in time if you both heal enough. But if the healing doesn't happen, that's definitely not going to happen. And the only person that nobody can heal you for you. You have to do that for yourself. I've always found this card to be rather odd. But perhaps it is about maturing, becoming established, learning through experience, longevity, achievement, and yet we have loss, which you already had the death card come out. So here we go again. Over and done, endings, breakup, down and out, which is a possibility here. So everything that came before may have been destroyed. Probably through this debauchery, whether you're willing to recognize that or not. So it looks like this meeting with this person that acted as a catalyst in your life, is what forced you to change. But you probably didn't treat them well. Or they didn't treat you well. It's a little unclear. So we have an aha moment. A breakthrough, a realization, epiphany, enlightenment, illumination in this column. Forced change, soulmate, soul connection, whatever you want to call it. Breakthrough. Healing, betrayal, and an ending. I'm really not sure what the focus was here. So we have this, maybe you had a plan for your life. Maybe you have a new plan for your life. I could easily see this becoming this. I think things went completely sideways and now you're trying to completely rebuild your life and yourself. Yep. Darkest before the dawn. Remember that. I don't think you've had an easy time of it lately. Maybe at some point your life was easy, but that changed. Now you're charting a new course. Self-determination, wisdom, mastery. Wow. Becoming an expert. Exploring freedom. Probably freedom for the first time in your life, whether you realized it or not. Yep. Look at you, returning to yourself, to who you were, to who you were always meant to be. Well, this is looking really wonderful, honestly. I mean, I can see it has not been an easy journey. It's undoubtedly been quite painful. But now, look at you. You're seeing through the facade. You've got wisdom, awareness, insights. You understand what's going on, or at least a lot more about what's going on. You're exploring the unknown. Your life has expanded. Your understanding has expanded. And you are learning to be independent. This is perhaps an alone time for you, or you're about to start it. And you will grow stronger during this time. But, okay. You still have longing. You're going to have to deal with that. So, not by fighting it, okay? If you fight it, it will grow stronger. You have to accept it. And say, okay, it's there, but... And then choose something else to focus on. So you're not pretending that this yearning doesn't exist, but you don't want it to be the total of who you are. You don't want it to dominate your life. You want to be in control of your life, right? You want to be the one in charge of this helm. So are you going to let this control the helm, or are you going to control the helm? You do have a choice here. All right. Anything else you should know? I'm going to go with the shaman cards for you today to finish out this reading. It's a little shorter than usual, but I think we've really gotten to the heart of the problem. Issue? Maybe not problem. The heart is... That's so funny. I said the heart of the issue, problem, whatever, and the heart of sky comes out. Oh my goodness. Any more cards? Well, like half the deck just eliminated itself. Oh, the Andean Cross. Which is... Okay, so this one is 24 and this one is 2. All right, we're just going to go with 2. I don't know. We got 24 and 2. 2, 4, 2. I don't know. I just feel like 2s are important. I'm going to start with the Andean Cross. The essence. The Andean Cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the 4 cardinal directions, the upper and lower worlds, and the steps to reach those realms. The hole in the center is a gateway to interdimensional travel, the proverbial eye of the needle we can all go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom, and to break free of linear time. You're doing some traveling, aren't you? All right. The invitation. The Andean Cross announces the start to a great journey. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day-to-day to that which, until now, has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. You need to be brave and take the leap, huh? The medicine. The time has passed and the window of opportunity has closed. Don't worry about it. There's always another one. Now is not the moment to take that leap you have been over-preparing for. It is best to wait until conditions in heaven line up again to offer you a more propitious moment. Any bold action you take now will require tremendous effort on your part. Just as important as knowing when to act is knowing when to return to your inner stillness and wait for more favorable times. I think that a lot of people have this idea of, oh, you missed your chance, your timing was off, oh, you screwed up. I don't think that's the case. It may have looked like the time to act, but maybe it wasn't for some reason. Maybe you had a different lesson. All right, let's see what the Heart of Sky has to say. The essence, the Heart of Sky, is the love force that made all creation possible. This same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness to form or inspired ideas to expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The Heart of Sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it in the world of matter. The invitation, the Heart of Sky, brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by the Heart of Sky. Set your intention ethically and clearly and allow the universe to take care of the details. I think that's really important for you. The medicine, you may feel responsible for everything and everyone. Perhaps you think you have to do it all alone. This takes you into a dark hole where you lose trust in the natural order of the cosmos. Shed your lofty sense of duty and recognize that this is a false prison of your own making. You can open the door and set yourself free in an instant. All right, my friends. There's definitely a lot going on here. But you have made a lot of progress. That doesn't mean you're anywhere close to any sort of ending or arrival point. I think you're very much in the midst of things. And that is part of the process, part of the experience. It is a lesson in and of itself, so don't beat yourself up about it. If again, you have to learn to allow, to surrender. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.